सर मेरी आवाज आ रही है क्या? So, a very good afternoon to everyone. The definition, or we are looking for the first introduction part of personality development course. So why we are studying it and what are the uses for us in that regard. So it creates an awareness about the personality, your own personality. Each one of us would love to upgrade his or her personality, whether it's physical personality or emotional or mentally, whatever it is, depends on the person. Development one's own personality is one of the thing which is depend on the person itself. We all are different from each other, but still something literally changes one's image before others is its personality. So definition of personality is the personality development is actually the development from the organized pattern of attitude and the behaviors which makes an individual distinguished. Obviously, the attitude of the person depends on the background from where he belongs to. I have literally just in the introduction period, I have just given the few factors, just like the genetics, environmental, parental, social, your surroundings, social friends, and all that. So the attitude depends on those basic things, how the person is being grown up and all. And same thing, the attitude and the behavior all depend on your upbringings, I will say. So the personality development is actually the development of oneself and overall development from inner to the outer soul. The next thing is the things to enhance your personality. How we are going to enhance our personality before we should not ever compare our life. Don't compare your life with others. It happens many times that people are just comparing other person who is in front of you or among the friends, that he's much more happy than me or much more richer than me. He has everything, but he doesn't know how to use it. And I have each and every quality, but I am not surrounded with those things. So you should just stop comparing oneself with another. Don't have the negative thoughts or the things you cannot control. Instead, invest your energy in a positive and present movement. We should never ever give a thought, even those which it's not in our control that the things get much more mingled up, or it's the surrounding, the present which you are living can be disturbed. So negative thoughts or the things you cannot control should be avoided from your life or from your lifestyle. And you have to put much more energy or the positive thoughts in your present movement. And present movement means the day-to-day life which you are leading right now. If taking an example of myself, I'm giving an example that if my routine starts from, I think, morning 5 o'clock till night 11:30, some happens. So if I'm thinking of, we are such a busy life I'm leading, if I'm getting some time for me, can it be, it sometimes happens that I just want to move out of this routine and all that. But with a positive attitude, I've never thought of, yeah, both again. I just want to leave everything. That is never a excuse, or that is never a point to become in between, or in between your daily routine or the life you are leading. So don't waste your precious energy on gossip. Another important point I will say is uh, gossip in the sense your future plans, your I'm going to do that, if I'm getting this right now, I'm investing in that, or I'm purchasing in that, or day to day life you're discussing with someone else. So stop. While gossiping also, I think most of us are wasting their energy. It's better to hear, but instead of listening part should be, if the person who is in front of you has a habit of gossip or speaking so much, it's better be a good listener to that person, because if he's speaking to you, you can't avoid that person straight away. So better listen, but instead of uh, replying him your suggestion, it's better to listen to that person. So dream more while you are awake. Awake means on the you are present with your open eyes in your life. So the work what you are doing with your full consciousness or your full energy, you should move on that. You should dream means you should plan out, you should work on your further 2 days process, or whatever the steps you are going to take for that project. In things to enhance your personality, The one of the most important is to plan out your project in a positive way or in a good or a better mode if you can convert that thing. So dream more while you are awake. Okay. So these things are to be noted down when the things, if you want to enhance your personality, so these things has to be followed in your day-to-day life or uh, in your regular lifestyle. So thing is, don't compare your life with others. Give a positive thought to your present movement. Live with your present life. Never give a negative thought or things you cannot control. Don't waste your time in gossip. And the last but not the least is dream more while you are awake is just a simple saying that get your project or get your work molded to your positive thought or work out with a positive attitude in your project. That's it. According to your health, if the personality is depending or the personality development depends on your health too, because if you are weak or something, it's not control with you. So drink plenty of water. The first and the foremost thing, I think from our childhood, we are hearing that we should drink a lot of water or 7 to 8 glass of water should be intake each day. Eat breakfast like a king. The sentence, the second line, the eat breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, and a dinner like a beggar. The sentence means that you have to do your breakfast like a king, means you should have each and everything, starting from a glass of milk and eggs, all the protein diets, calcium, iron, anything, but you have to fill up your tummy most at this time of your breakfast. Lunch like a prince. Prince is means you can eat small bit of thing in your lunchtime, and your dinner should be like a bigger, means you have to eat little during your dinner time while you are sleeping. Before your sleep, you whatever you are eating, that should be your minimum intake of food. So eat more food that grows on trees. You don't have to go on a non-veg diet always. So eat more food which are grown on trees. You can get fruits, your vegetables which are grown on trees only. So life with the three E's are there in your life: energy, enthusiasm, and empathy. What makes time for prayer or the certain things to certain rituals or certain ceremonies can be organized where the soul is can stay in peace. For that reason, we pray to the God. That's it. Because I will not say that if you pray daily and you are doing nothing, sitting idle and praying only, things will not get better, because God is not coming down to help you in that way. You have to help yourself. And prayer, whatever we are offering to the God or we are sitting before Him, is just to console our soul or concentrate at one place. The meditation process is there. So the health is something which is an outer the other person can see your outer structure. I will say that is your health. So for a good health, you have to get few things to be done. I'm repeating once more each and every point. That is, drink plenty of water, eat breakfast like a king. Means breakfast should be ample amount of things should be there in your breakfast. Lunch you can take like a prince, means salads or a bowl of soup, just to fill your tummy. That it gives that feeling that yes, something has been taken inside. And dinner like a beggar, means you have to eat like a beggar. Beggar doesn't get even he's never slept with a full tummy or full stomach. So beggars just get a bite or a piece of a bread, something like that, to his dinner before he sleeps. So eat more food that grows on trees. It's better to be a vegetarian. Life with 3 E's are the energy, enthusiasm, and the empathy. Means all the positive energy should be there in on each and every step. You should be curious of, or you should have that sense that yes, I have to good look before others. Make time for your prayer, means it's again a mental stability for your personality development. Also reflects how you interact with others or how your mental strength is there. If you, even if you are hearing something on a negative note in your life, how you deal with it. If your mind and soul is calm, I think much more or you can give a good decision to that person who is related with those incidents in life. And then according to your health, you have to play more games, read more books. Sleeping should be at least 7 to 8 hours, I will add. Take 10 to 30 minutes walk every day, and while you walk, smile. Smile is one of the big reason for good health. If you have a joyful nature, or if you keep your mood fresh, if you want to keep your mood fresh throughout your day or daily routine, I think the best way you can show the other that you are happy or you are means something nice surrounding, if you want to create around yourself also. The smile is the one of the first point you have to put on your face. So sleeping, the day-to-day routine, the sleep has to be there. Some 7 to 8 hours sleep should be there for your health reason. Books, you should give a reading habit to yourself. Games, physical activity is much more necessary for your muscles growth or your health growth. So games, more games. I think these points are for kids, those who are even in the colleges, fundamental techniques in handling people. Few things which being a human being, I think we are the first creatures who can deal or who can behave, who can talk, who can listen to each other. Same way animals even do. But we can go beyond those qualities. So handling people is something you have to few people when who are communicating with you are sometimes very emotional persons, or it yeah, I will say that with very little sense of someone with little, if you're telling something too loudly, I think that person can even get his eyes wet. So such types of persons are also there. So handling people, and people can be of different attitude and different background. So never criticize one another, or who is in front of you. You should never criticize him or negatively react before him or on anything. Or I will say never complain even. Give honest and sincere aspirations. You have to give a very honest feedback. If you are asked by someone that on this point, if some decision has to be taken, so be honest to give whatever you feel. Never overlap the truth with some very good thing. Getting my point? When you should, if the feedback is negative, or if feedback is not up to the mark also, then don't hesitate to tell that person that no, you have to improve these things, but on a positive note or in a positive way. So next is the way to make the people like you. How you can make other people to like your company. The one of the most important aspects of life in each one of us, I will say people would love to get all those qualities. I am having those qualities due to which people like me or like my presence in their group. So before genuinely interest in other people, become genuinely interested in other people, you have to give that, yes, you have to show to the other person that yes, uh, like to talk with you or like his presence. Always carry a smile before on your face while you are in a group circle, or even if you are talking to an unknown person. Be a good listener. The one of the most um, important quality while even communicating, or while I will say while communicating, until and unless you are a good listener, you can't explain or you can't be able to give your suggestion to the other person if you are communicating. So the listener has the person who is in front of you, to whom you are talking with. He should be a good listener, and until and unless he is a listener, he will never give you the reply back. Okay, you will never get a proper reply, whatever the topic is or whatever the topic you are sharing with him. You are never going to get the reply back properly or the way you want him to answer your question. So uh, listening should be done with a concentrated mind. I will say that it is the presence of mind, or you should never thought, or you should nothing else should be in your mind while you are listening to someone else. Okay, मतलब आप बातें कहीं और कर रहे हो किसी और से और आप सोच कुछ और रहे हो, तो शायद से ये तकलीफ हो जाएगी आपको कि आप शायद से उससे गलत आंसर दे रहे हो. So giving that, be a good listener is one of the most important point that you should carry to make people like you, that yeah, वो अच्छे से सुनता है, वो मतलब मेरी बातें अच्छे से सुनता है, तो ज्यादातर लोग आपके पास वैसे ही आए. Encourage other to talk with themselves. You have to encourage others to talk about themselves. Matlab, here the motivation quality is coming. You are encouraging someone to, okay, encourage other to talk about themselves. Win people to your way of thinking. Win people to your way of thinking. How I can get the things done, or show respect for other person's opinion. If someone is giving certain opinion in a group, I think that opinion should be respected, or you should listen that person carefully. Never say you are wrong. Okay, when you are listening to someone, you can't give that answer that these things can be done, or this is wrong, or we don't want to do it in a group. So this negative reply will just give your image a big hurdle, or it can create an hurdle to develop your personality before others. So these are few steps which we are talking about today, that how we are developing our personality before others. These are few qualities which should be there within us when we are in our society. So never say you are wrong. If you are wrong, admit it quickly and emphatically. So here, if you are wrong, just admit as fast as you can that, okay, I have done this thing wrong. I have completed a mistake, or this should not be done like that. I just recognize that I have gone wrong. I have done it in a wrong way. So never hesitate to admit your mistakes then and there. Begin in a friendly way. Whenever you are communicating, or whenever you are in a group of people, always start or begin your convocation in a friendly way. Never just, I think even the argument can be cancelled, or argument can be taken to a back state if your first talk is in a friendly way. Okay. Try honestly to see things from the other person's point of view. If you are getting into a situation which is much more troubled one, or where you don't want to land in that situation, but still you are there. So, and just because of another person, that situation is in front of you, then never means just try to see that just because of him you are there, but whatever he has done, so according to his point of view, if he has taken certain decision in your company, and due to that decision, if your department is getting a red letter from a CEO, but why he has done it, or what was the situation he was suffering that he has taken such a step, you should try to go through that or see things from that point of view, that thing has written to land, or before you are standing, how the things are getting before you. So try honestly to see the things from other point of people. Okay. So under which circumstances or under which situation he has decided the thing and he has placed before us. Be a leader, how to change person without giving offense. Here, the thing is to change your attitude and behavior. So a leader's job often includes changing your people's attitude and behavior. Some suggestions to accomplish this are the few things that begin with praise or honest aspiration, and call attention to people's mistake indirectly. Talk about your own mistake before criticizing the other people, and ask question instead of giving a direct order. These are the few qualities I will say to be a leader. If I am a leader in a company or in a team, if I am leading a team as a leader, I will not order my teammates that such and such things have to done and this is your deadline hour. Within 3 hours, I want this. So better if it would be better if I'm asking them that what in how much minimum time we can complete this work. This can be a question, and if the reply is there that in my mind I know that I want this thing in 3 hours, if the answer comes this can be completed in 5 to 6 hours, or then I can ask him that can our team work together to achieve this goal in 3 hours? The answer will surely be yes. We will try. We can try. We will put a try, or we are going to try it, whether this project can be done in 3 hours or not, a particular phase. Okay. So it depends on the leader to get the teamwork or the work get out from the team. Talk about your own mistake before criticizing the other. The mistakes which I have done, I will be discussing, or I will be getting that thing before my teammate. Just my mistake was just this one, due to which I have lost the whole project. Or without that, I have not given that parity on the deadlines, due to which we have to lose that project with the last team. So these things can be taken on a positive way, instead of scolding the person before so many. Okay, I know that due to that person, my project is getting delay, or okay, that person has not turned uh, a particular thing on time, due to which each and everything get delayed. So instead of pointing him directly, I will say that it was one of the projects which I was handling has just gone without any mistake, but just due to the deadline, what was there before me, I couldn't get that work done. So that the person will never, it's not uh, his insult, neither mine, but due to the communication or the convocation which is placed before people during that period, can be just get on a positive note, not a negative thing. Okay, so call attention to people's mistake indirectly. Here the suppose the example which I have given right now, I think I'm pointing his mistake, but indirectly I'm talking before each and everyone. So these are the qualities. So being with praise, begin with praise and honest aspiration. So these are few qualities which the mm, use encouragement, make the fall seem easy to correct. Uh, if certain mistakes or certain things are on a wrong side, I think if certain people give that correction, it is easier to get things done. Use encouragement, make the fall seem easy to correct. If you are encouraging the person, I think the mistakes or the things which he has done wrong, he will take a next step to correct it. Make other person happy about doing the things you suggest. How I can make other people happy about doing the things I want, or whatever I have suggested. The another person, the person before me who is working for me, will be getting it done happily. Okay, sir, I will do that. Or okay, ma'am, I will do that. So if the things, or if the my company or the my organization is in that position that yes, if certain things are done, I am giving the people some certificates, or some, if target is achieved, I am facilitating the whole team. That aspiration concept should be there in the organization or in the administration, whichever field or whichever things is being organized or management. Okay, so and if you're getting a prize or a shield of best performer of the project, or due to the teamwork, we have achieved a lot. The company can facilitate the whole team or give a small party. So these make people, or salary bonus can be added, or a gift, something useful uh, thing can be gifted to that person or the employee. So this make people happy, and they work unconditionally with a very positive attitude. And if the work is done with that attitude, I think um, the company gets everything. If work is done with a good mood from the employee is happy, the output is happy, or the whatever the feedback you are giving back, with that the employees are happy. This the people are never will never say that, okay, overtime, if I'm even paying that double, if suppose till 8 o'clock by night, the shift is over, but people can work till 11 or 12 at night, I think. And for these 4 hours, I'm paying some 30% or 40%. I think that person will never hesitate to give that 4 hours, because he's getting that salary, and not always, but for a certain project, or the submission is there. Even students sit the whole night for submission. So these things, just because of the good wishes, or as an employer or as an organization, I have to give that feel, matlab, have to return certain things to them, as an salary bonus, or the gift, or the party, organizing a party, to make my employees happy, as because they are working for me. Okay. So these things are the leadership qualities, I will say. If you want to lead a team, I think these things has to be there with you. Stop worrying and start living. This is the fundamental fact one should know about the personality development. If you are putting certain efforts on your personality, you are working with your gym or meditation, you are eating healthy, drinking water, sleeping well, you are in a good company to work with. But if you are worrying about your future, or if you are worrying, I will say certain barriers are created before between your livings. If you are worrying, you are creating your own barriers on your way of living. So stop worrying and start living. The fundamental fact you should know about worries. Now, these are the things which the fact, fundamental fact about your worries. Don't sweat about the future. Just live each day till the bedtime. Means you don't have to worry what the future is held before you, and how the things are going to be there in future. It's better to live each day. If certain situation is there that you are not able to chalk out your future properly, then stop worrying about that. You have to just live a single day. As you wake up in the morning, just this one day peacefully, with the full enjoyment, with full positive attitude in your mind. Lead the whole day as your routine is till your bedtime. And after sleep, that 7 to 8 hours sleep, the next morning, again the same routine with a positive attitude and a smile. So don't don't worry about your future. The one thing is there. Ask yourself what is the worst than can possibly happen if you cannot solve my problem. This is the question which I think uh, people some or the other day comes in mind, that what is the worst that can possibly happen if I cannot solve my problem. If you are in a problematic situation, suppose taking an example, suppose financial situation. So if I can't solve that financial situation, what worse can happen to me? That question should be there. Nothing will happen. I will be leading my life till my last breath, but nothing harm will be there if certain situation or certain financial problem due to which whatever I'm facing, I'm nothing will happen. Okay. So what is the worst that can possibly happen if I cannot solve my problem? Perhaps yourself prepare yourself mentally to accept the worst if necessary. Life has never be same throughout your birth, from your birth till death. Life is never the same. So prepare you one should always be prepared that yes, certain amount or certain financial situation, if it's very strong and you are putting that thing or your investment is there in a project, and that project is just wash out due to the certain things or due to the certain rules and regulation the government has laid all of a sudden. So the things one should mentally prepare. If this project is not done, then what? So always prepare, or always be prepared with your means mentally you should be that strong to get that, even to bear that shock. Because sometimes I've seen few people who invest in the stock market uh, a huge amount of money, and if that stock drops or the Sensex drops and that company is losing everything, company doesn't, it just about to mm, company can bear that shock, but the person who is investing in that share can't bear that shock. And people standing before the Sensex board, that building stock market, people are suffering from heart attacks and died on the spot itself. So mentally you should all, I've seen these cases, that's why given the example. So perhaps means the word perhaps is that it can increase the market, can go till certain limits and can come back down. So person should always be prepared mentally to accept the worst if necessary. If the life turn sometimes take a U-turn, we say sometimes that life has totally turned upside down or certain phases are being heard by you also. So these things happen. Then calmly try to improve. एक मिनट, थोड़ा सा रुक जा. Then calmly tries to improve upon the worst which you have already mentally agreed to accept. So you should be totally calm while accepting those things in your life. Okay. Then calmly tries to improve upon the worst. We just try to improve, we try to upgrade ourselves from that situation. So don't worry and start living. If problems can be solved, no need to worry about it. And if the problem cannot be solved, what is the use of worrying? So these things has to be there in your mind, that or you should keep that much strength before yourself, that things, if we are worrying, the things will be get worsen. So stop worrying and start your life or start your living as a whole. Techniques in analyzing the worry. These are few steps. Get the fact half the worry in the world is caused by the people trying to make decisions before they have a sufficient knowledge about the base of or the decision. Before starting worrying about the things, you should get the you should get enough knowledge or the sufficient knowledge about what is gone wrong and where you have committed a mistake, so that decision can be taken correctly. After careful waiting all the facts, come to a decision. After realizing each thing, or after chalking out all the points, we take a decision. If it's on the a problematic or on a worry of your life or a phase of your life. So whenever this situation is there, we get or something is gone wrong due to someone else, even that things keeps creating tensions. So better to go in detail, see the depth where the things have gone wrong, so that the decision can be on a positive note. Once a decision is carefully reached, then you have to just act on that. Okay. When you or any other of the associates at temple worry about the problems, write about or answer the following questions. What is the problem? What are the causes? What all are the possible solutions? And which is the best one? So these questions have to be answered while solving your worries. Okay. So what is the problem? causes of the problem, possible of the solution, and the best. How to make a good personality. Don't be loud. Don't know. You should not be a loudspeaker. Know when to speak up. Unnecessary, don't speak out before anyone. So you should know where you have to speak. Don't be afraid to talk to others. Having a sense of humor is a plus point for a personality. Remember, personality doesn't mean that you should have a you should have looks. Even a dark person or a person with an ugly face has a personality to deal in a cooperative field or deal with an administration area. So never estimate a person with his look. Remember, personality doesn't mean that you should have the looks. Be kind and concentrate. Tips: keep a small head and that smart head and a small mind should be kept cool. Don't you should never react on others. So don't shout or aggressive. Don't doubt yourself. Create your own personal style and don't copy anyone. That is that someone is very stylish, so he has a personality. So I will copy that person is that should never be in your mind. So winners are never disheartened with obstacles and lead by the examples in what they do with the focus and confidence. This is one of the quality you should have, that you should have faith and confidence in yourself and focus in your life. So how the winner is different from the losers: never give up the attitude, focus and determination, self-confidence, time management, practical, positive thinking, hard work, consistence. These are things which are given a better person and a better personality. Hope so. You have enjoyed your personality development first session. Thank you.